The relationship between science and religion has long been a contentious issue, with many scientists attempting to convince Christians that God is not real. This phenomenon can be attributed to several factors, including the fundamental differences between the two belief systems and the perceived threat that religion poses to the scientific worldview. At its core, science is a method of understanding the natural world through empirical evidence and testable hypotheses, whereas Christianity is a faith-based system that relies on spiritual beliefs and divine revelation. Many scientists view Christianity as being in direct conflict with the principles of scientific inquiry, as it often relies on supernatural explanations for natural phenomena. The concept of creationism, for example, which posits that the universe was created by divine being, is seen as being at odds with the scientific theory of evolution, which is such that the diversity of life on Earth can be explained through natural processes. By attempting to convince Christians that God is not real, scientists may be trying to promote a more rational and evidence-based understanding of the world, unencumbered by spiritual or supernatural explanations. Another reason scientists may try to convince Christians that God is not real is that they perceive religion as being anti-intellectual or opposed to progress. Throughout history, the Christian church has often been at odds with scientific advancements, from the persecution of Galileo for his support of the Copernican heliocentric model to the modern-day debates over stem cell research and climate change. By dismissing the idea of God, scientists may be trying to promote a more progressive and enlightened worldview, one that values reason and empirical evidence above traditional beliefs and dogma. Furthermore, some scientists may view Christianity as being in conflict with the values of intellectual freedom and critical thinking that are essential to the scientific enterprise. The idea of blind faith, which is often seen as a core tenet of Christianity, can be anathema to scientists who value skepticism and doubt as essential components of the scientific method. By attempting to convince Christians that God is not real, scientists may be trying to encourage a more critical and questioning approach to understanding the world, one that is unencumbered by dogmatic or authoritarian thinking. It is also possible that some scientists are motivated by a desire to reduce the influence of Christianity on public policy and education. In the United States, for example, there are ongoing debates over the teaching of evolution in public schools, with some Christian groups advocating for the inclusion of creationism or intelligent design in science curricula. By promoting a secular and naturalistic worldview, scientists may be trying to counter what they see as a threat to the integrity of science education and the separation of church and state. Despite these motivations, it is worth noting that the attempt to convince Christians that God is not real is often a futile and counterproductive endeavor. For many Christians, faith is a deeply personal and existential aspect of their lives, one that cannot be reduced to empirical evidence or rational argumentation. By dismissing or denigrating Christian beliefs, scientists may be seen as being intolerant or dismissive of the values and convictions of others, which can only serve to further polarize the debate between science and religion. Ultimately, a more productive approach may be to promote a greater understanding and respect for the differences between scientific and religious worldviews, recognizing that both have the potential to enrich and illuminate our understanding of the world and our place within it.